My name is Nacho. For those of you that do not know.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I was stuck in this room for an hour saving it while you guys were doing the other training, so I just decided to write Nacho. But anyways, we're gonna go really quick and go through names so I can start remembering your names. I don't know yours, so.
No, you remember? Good. Terry. Moving on. What?
Baby is my real name. Schnitzel. Yeah. Corn. Dana.
Panther.
Dr. Pepper. I'm JP.
Buckwheat.
Blondie.
Kibble. Rapunzel. Hun.
Juju.
Nathan.
Jimmy. Catherine.
And
Queen.
You're McQueen.
Queen. And McQueen. Hey, is that playing?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, makes sense. Alright, so when you guys see the word programming with Camp Kesem, what do you think?
We're doing computer stuff.
Computer programming.
Schedule.
Schedule. Did somebody say something over here?
Computer programming.
Computer programming, yes. Because we do that all the time at Camp Kesem. Anybody else? Okay, so we're going to talk about the schedule and the activities of Camp Kesem a little bit today, okay? Something about activities, and as counselors, in our own way, we always need to come with enthusiasm and ready to have fun, right? And if we're talking about activities at camp, there's one thing that we absolutely must do in the training. Any guesses?
Do an activity.
An activity, yes. Any guesses what activity?
Snort.
No. But I knew you guys were going to say that. Pterodactyl! Yes.
This is my favorite game.
Alright, so everybody get in a big circle. We're doing one big game of pterodactyl. How fun.
It's the best game on the planet.
You know, it's like in a circle.
That's why I counted out.
Nobody can drive.
Alright, you guys. Okay, I promise you those games are a lot more fun with little kids, but so we're gonna do a little activity here. So everybody has certain activities, things that we do throughout camp. So the activity here is you have to come and put all the activities in order. We have all the days of camp written down. Kibble and Smooth, you can't participate because you made the schedule. But the trick is you can't talk to each other. So everybody grab your cards and grab the ones that are on the desk and come up here and put the order.
Where?
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 Up here.
Oh, where are the dates?
Do you guys have it from this activity, from reading through these index cards, like, is there anything you might be looking forward to about camp or have questions about? VP?
What exactly is a rotation?
Okay, so,
Christina,
yeah, kids in the Smooth, what's a rotation?
So, those are kind of blinking right now, because the rotation is just like a field game, or like a sports rotation, or arts and crafts, like something like that.
Like last year we did an Amazing Race, we did a Get Out cabin, we did a scavenger hunt, we did kickball, we did giant board games. So rotation is obviously a broad term, but we'll have specific activities for those rotations. Any other questions from these cards? Anything you're looking forward to that you might have seen?
I'm excited for Cancer Arrival.
Yeah, that's a party, like 2 to 3 hours of party. We did a Toy Story themed dinner last year, and it was awesome. The cafeteria looks like Pizza Planet. We have pizza. That's really fun. Yeah.
We're doing the arm pictures where you paint the happy quotes on your arms and take pictures, and we didn't do that last year. I'm really excited.
Yeah, our pictures are great.
And clothing circle is always a great thing. I enjoy.
Yes. Yes. Especially the snacks, right? Captain, did you see anything that you were interested in or excited about?
I put mine down with Jack, but I didn't actually see many of them.
Okay.
And then I'll be in.
Pete Terry?
I'm looking forward really to swimming because of Jungle Ball.
Yeah.
And then I just have a quick question. What is bolo time? That sounds like quality time. With
I told Tarzan to not write that down because he was helping me write these down. So I don't really know what bolo
Bolo
time is.
time is, so when I was making the schedule, it said water games, and Bolo was like, AKA, I'm in charge of that. So I was like, okay, we'll call it Bolo time then. So it's like water, fight water.
Oh,
Gotcha.
and I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, me too. Something that I'm really looking forward to that we started last year is called unit initiation. Pete Terry, you had a great unit initiation. Do you want to explain kind of what it is and what we do for each unit?
So unit initiation. You guys, we were talking with the teens earlier, about the teens earlier, and how like they come to camp and they're not always super unified. There's like people coming from all over the place, don't really know each other, stuff like that. Unit initiation is where we get all the different camp groups to come together as a unit. So last year we were separated into colors by age group. So I spent 1 week with the CITs and we were greens, and the other week with the orange group, which were 8 to 10-year-olds. And what we did for unit initiation is we all became pirates. So they had to like walk the plank. They had to. There's a couple other activities, and the last thing we did is the counselors in our group got together and we got a bunch of pirate supplies, like inflatable swords, eye patches, water guns, things like that. And we decorated a box to look like a treasure chest. And the dreaded pirate Bolo stole our treasure chest. So to become full-fledged pirates, our pirates had to, our little oranges, our 8 to 10-year-olds, had to go and get their pirate treasure back from the dreaded pirate Bolo. So imagine 29-year-olds with little dollar store squirt guns chasing Bolo across camp as he's got a giant super soaker trying to defend himself. Nacho was with them. It was amazing. It was a big water fight. One of our kids skinned their knee really well. It was great. And then afterwards, the entire week, we were singing like pirate songs and yo-ho and all over the place. It was fantastic.
It was right at the beginning too. Like you guys were running for the treasure, and then this girl.
Her name was Vocalicious. It was the saddest and the cutest thing ever. Because she hit so there's a grassy area and then there's a rocky area. And she hit the rocky area and she just went flying and scraped her knee. And next thing you know, you just hear screaming. And like nurses come, they take care of her. And then this was probably one of the coolest things is everyone in the unit, like after we got the treasure, went and celebrated our casualty of war. And like she was a hero because she was the first one to bleed on the battlefield and helped us. It was instrumental in helping us get the treasure back from the dreaded pirate Bolo. So it was awesome.
It was a lot of fun, and you know what was so cool about it is we gave the camp counselors kind of like free reign to do whatever they wanted, and so we didn't even tell them what to do. But most of the units got T-shirts for their kids, and it just really, truly did unify these kids. And you know, the little kids were sun ninjas the whole week. They were pirates. The teens did this weird cultish thing.
What?
It was weird. But like, you guys had hoods on and stuff like. Oh.
It wasn't that bad. We tried to do it, but it was like 6 o'clock, so it was
So it
like
wasn't even
daylight,
dark.
and
No
the
one
kids
was
were
scared.
like not really
Would have
having
been
it.
worse if it was dark.
Exactly, what you wanted to be done.
Did work out.
But Hightower was the part.
No, that was so good.
Enchanted.
It's just like the Nitwigans. It was not as
They
bad.
like donuts, they're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, but so you know, like start thinking of fun ideas for that. It's something that you guys can take liberty to come up with something special for those kids. And I thought that was an awesome activity. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. How many water balloons did we fill up last year? I think it was 8,000.
Per week, yeah.
Yeah, so overall we filled up 16,000 water balloons.
Yeah.
Be ready for the water war because it literally feels like you're in the middle of a war.
It's breathing.
So, the water balloons hurt.
The water. Let's not get
And you don't have an arm.
I been hit so hard in the water war last year, and I like couldn't walk, and the kids were like throwing water balloons at me on the ground. It was great.
And the more the kids like you, the more they gang up on you and want to award it. It's really bad. Is that what they told you?
If you don't get fit out, you're not really.
Everybody's gonna be soaking wet. Yeah. And usually they carry around buckets of water. Anyways, and then we have color wars as well. Let's see. Color war. McQueen, do you want to explain color wars a little bit? What we had in color wars?
We bought a shiz ton of paint and way too much shaving cream and chalk, like Holly Festival chalk. And we had like different, I guess, like games to play. Like we had paint twister and shaving cream hairdos where kids got to put shaving cream in the counselor's hair. And
it's not just your hair.
It's your ears.
Yeah. If you have pizza, then it's like your entire body.
Whole cans of shaving cream stuck on your head.
Yeah. Or we did color out cancer, so we had banners that said cancer sucks in every color. And then they got to like throw paint at it or squirt guns or whatever. And then it ends in a war, a paint fight. So.
With water balloons.
2 days in a row, we have a huge color war, and then we have a water war the next day. So crazy fun. Yeah, kids.
No, I'm just
Oh, okay. Celebration. There's a lot of different things that will come at you, and I mean, you're just gonna have to react to a lot of things. There's a lot of activities. It's a lot of fun. You know, our motto is to let the kids be kids again, right? So this camp is for them, and something I want to point out, not every single kid is going to want to do these activities, right? There's going to be kids that might just want to sit to the side, play some card games, and a lot of times we don't know the reason why. But just remember, when things like this happen, like, we are here for these kids, and so we need to try and make it fun for them. I think Serenade was an amazing example of this last year, because she had a group of girls that literally like didn't want to do any of the big activities like the water wars or the color wars, and they would just kind of sit to the side on the table, and Serenade would go and sit with them every time, and I'm not quite sure what she did with them, but that's what they wanted to do. And so just remember that we're trying to make these kids' weeks like special, and whatever we can do for them or adjust for them, then we should do that. So, all right, so these 5 points, this is, honestly, if we have these again, like, I'll be so pumped. We had Zorbs last year at camp, and I felt like a little kid trying to go around and knock everybody down. It was so fun. Puns was really fun. I remember, because she would scream.
Not just a good hitter.
It's a lot of fun. But, so going into all these activities and being a camp counselor, we need to remember that we should be enthusiastic, prepared, flexible, engaged, and clear, okay? So with this activity, I mean, it's not very exciting, right? But we might face things that maybe we're not excited about. So we need to be enthusiastic and think about other people. I remember when I was a little kid, I went to a museum with my dad, and it was an aircraft carrier. I wasn't really interested in it, and I had a really bad attitude about it because I didn't think it was going to be fun. But I remember about midway through, I was like, wow, like my dad is really enjoying this. So I decided to change my attitude and be enthusiastic about it, and I actually ended up really enjoying it. And now I'm a history major, and I kind of geek over those things. And so it's just kind of our perspective on how we go into an event, right? So be enthusiastic and be prepared. We will have a schedule for you, right? We're not gonna just like set you free. But you need to plan well with your coordinators, with your unit leaders, so that you are prepared for the activities of the day and you know what's coming and you know kind of points in the day where you might need some games to play with the kids or you might need to do something else. So just be prepared, be flexible. Smoo and Kibble are in charge of the itinerary or schedule this year. They are doing an amazing job. The schedule looks awesome, but I can promise you it is not going to go exactly by the schedule at camp. Because we have over 100 kids at camp, and it's going to be crazy, and it's going to be fun. But we do need to be flexible, and that will make everything a lot easier. We need to be engaged. Like I said with Serenade, like be aware of the kids, be engaged with them. Don't be like off to the side just chatting with other counselors. Go in and have fun with these kids, right? And be clear. A lot of times these kids are not doing what they're doing because maybe they don't know. So try and be clear with them. And should go over just fine. Okay, so we're going to practice here. If you all could come up and get 2 or 3 cards and then bring them back to your desk, we're going to do another little activity. So, does everybody have pencils and pens?
No.
Okay, if you have multiple, please share. I have 6 here, so who needs them? 2. And share, actually, we're not going to do pencils, sorry. We're just going to do groups. All right, so get into groups of like 4 to 6 people. So each of you has an activity, right? So I want you to think about these activities. Think about situations that could possibly come up with different campers. Maybe, you know, like they're going to sit to the side. Maybe at lunch they don't want to eat the food that you have, which definitely happens. I don't know, situations like that. So think of problems that you may have, and then also talk with your neighbors about how you can fix those problems and how you can react to them. Does that make sense, everybody? Yeah. Cool. All right. You have about 5 minutes. All right, guys, bring it back in. All right, so can you guys share? Not everybody has to go, obviously, but can some people share maybe a situation that they had, things that they think that they may have, and how you can react to them? Yeah, VP.
So one of the things we talked about was cabin chat, and a situation that we had in mind was, what if one of the campers says something that's kind of not necessarily against the rules that we made, but kind of touchy and sensitive to other people? And we kind of came up with, well, yeah, like acknowledge what they said, like, oh, thank you for sharing, and then kind of redirect it into a different topic / have a different camper talk about something that they learned that day, or I don't know.
That's good. Yeah.
No, we kind of went into that earlier, but like in the last discussion, we talked about like religion a little bit, and like so we're probably not supposed to like talk religiously to the kids. So like if they bring it up with us, can we discuss it with them, or are we just
Situation, I mean, if it's in a group, that's hard because you just don't know anything, but if you're in a 2-on-1 with like 2 counselors and a camper and they want to talk.
I think also you can answer the question and then kind of go to a different part of the conversation. Like, kind of read the group a little bit.
I would say, what I think is helpful is that like, listen to them, like hear them out, but don't like encourage or discourage what they're saying. Like just stand as like a neutral, like ground you, like just don't like encourage.
I'd say that's the best way to approach it. Does that help?
Yeah.
Awesome. Any other questions? Can somebody else share?
I have a question about cabin chat. So I was with the team second week last year, and every cabin chat, all they wanted to do was talk about boys. So how are we supposed to stop that? If that's the new rule.
I think it's just really hard because we had a situation last year where they came up with like this code term for kissing or something like that, and it made some of the girls feel really bad, like because they hadn't kissed anybody. So it kind of made them feel like they were like not as cool or something like that. So, I mean, it is, I know that it kind of sounds like a stickler, but we definitely kind of need to change that a little bit, just because like we don't want campers to go out feeling like they have to touch something. You know what I'm trying to say?
I understand what you're saying, but how do I change the subject? Or how do I force them not to talk about it?
Hey, well, we, remember at the beginning of camp, we got the cabin rules. They're not saying like a hard, fast, like no talking about relationships thing, but I imagine the teens are mature enough to say like, hey, this week, we're gonna focus, like, let's not focus on boys and relationships and stuff like that, let's focus on X, Y, and Z, and that would be a good way to redirect them from the beginning of camp.
And I think with that, if you do experience pushback, I know that my teen girls would have been fine. I was like, I know like it's fine, like I get it, I was a teenage girl, but like it's just a policy they've put in place so that we don't get in trouble. And I think like they probably respect that.
I mean, there's lists of cabin chat questions that we have, and like, as much as they probably like wanna talk about boys, it's a lot easier to be like, yeah, cabin chat tonight, we're gonna talk about like, who's your hero, and like, especially with teens, it's a lot easier to get into those deeper questions anyways, and so like, just trying to start out, it's like, that's what our cabin chat's gonna be about, so that is a topic that's way far away from boys.
Mainly because I think it has to do with our preparation. Like at the beginning of the week, I think cabin chat is probably the perfect place to put something like a rule or how we're going to focus on things. And then we as counselors really do have not the power, but we have a way with what McCoon was saying. Like we need to be prepared with things we're going to talk about in cabin chat. So it's not just like, hey, like let's talk about anything. You know, so we're just trying to help with some of the situations that we were faced with last year. So I would just say at the very beginning of the week, like we need to set down the rules in cabin chat and see where that goes. I know it's gonna be hard because it comes up a lot, and it's not going to be perfect. But I think we need to take a step towards making it a little bit better. Alright, does that make sense to you guys? Okay. Any other questions? Alright, so what can you guys take away from this training to prepare for camp?
I think just like get excited. Like camp is so much fun, and like it's gonna be a little tiring because you just keep them like doing activities all day long. But Sue and I are talking about some really cool things to do, and so I'm like some of them like after talking about cabin chat that might seem pretty daunting, but like it's really like not that. I mean it is serious, but like don't let that like make you scared because camp is like just fun. It's so fun. And like, if anything, like all these activities we talked about, like, you're gonna have a good time while they're all happening.
Right, I agree. Anybody else? Thanks, Gibbs. Yeah, VP?
Basically, like, kind of going along with having fun, be creative, in different kinds of situations that you're put in. Like, turn it into something fun. If things get weird or awkward, don't make it that way. Kind of just, you know, things happen. Be like, okay, like, be creative, be on top of things.
Okay, anybody else? All right, that is it. Are we meeting together again?
I don't think so, but
They're not talking to me